live, laugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's listening, regardless of pronouns, please welcome to the podcast, Live, Laugh, Lariat, the only podcast that Flavor Flav listens to. One, Yahya. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, fantastic. I'm feeling very gifted today.
Were you in honors classes growing up?
Well, in honors classes, yeah, actually.
So you've been gifted since birth, some would say.
Some would say. I would say.
Are these
Everyone
honor classes or honors classes are the harder ones, the AP classes?
I was in AP classes too.
Man, see, I couldn't. Respect to you.
On class. Don't gross. Don't bring me back there. You know.
That's before
don't
they
bring
cut
me
the
back
flips.
Classes.
How did they get away with making us do work in the summer? They did
I don't know.
But we're here. And we're better for it. I mean, who knows what would have happened if you hadn't have done the summer homework? You probably would never have made it here, which some might say is the pinnacle of wrestling. Some say it's WrestleMania. I think it's Live, Laugh, Lariat. So thank you for gracing us. And it's a great honor because it's the people that come on, not because of us. So before we start, where can everybody find you on all your socials? Can they buy merch? Like, how can people support you?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Big Time Yah, BigTimeyah. You can follow me on X, but I call it Twitter because mama named Twitter, so I'm gonna call him Twitter.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at the Gifted One 24/7. You can also follow me on TikTok at Do You Follow Yah? Because that's the question. Do you follow Yah? You know, that's the big question. You also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got my own YouTube channel, the Big Time Yah brand. You can see all my matches, a couple promos from back in the day, you know. And you can buy my merch from me. Hit me up. Straight from me. What better source do you want than straight from the source? The guy.
Right.
Me.
I dig it. It's like the Yeezy clothes, the ones he's got out now for like $20 on his website, right? Like you just get it straight from the source.
Hey, come straight to me.
That's it.
And you could get that merch in person on the 22nd in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the next Ashe show. That's a fun for me to say. Which is fucking awesome, by the way. I haven't made it out to one of those shows yet, but it just seems like the most fun.
Come out 22nd. You know the day.
Yeah. It's a Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
Okay, good. Yeah. So go get some Jack in the Box. Go watch some good wrestling, and then buy his whole suitcase. Christmas is around the corner. Like we're halfway to Christmas.
We are. That's surprising, right? Like that's kind of crazy. I feel like I just saw WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like I just saw that like a couple weeks ago or something, but it's not that. Oh man. Did you watch WrestleMania?
Yeah. Who did?
What's your favorite moment?
If you're a wrestler and you didn't watch WrestleMania, you don't want to be a wrestler. That's just how I feel about it.
I would agree.
That's like being in football. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch Super Bowl. Oh, you're not gonna watch the pinnacle of the sport? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true. At least watch it for the commercials.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not gonna watch it, if you're that one guy, like at least watch for the commercials.
Like, I'm here for the commercials. Let me know when the commercials start.
Shut the fuck up. Like watch them tomorrow and get out of my house and stop eating my chicken wings. Like, right?
That's right. Yeah. If you're not here to watch the game, you cannot eat the food.
Yeah. That's
for damn sure.
You gonna kick them out?
Yeah.
If you're not, no, they don't have to be kicked out. You just gotta put your plate back.
You got to DoorDash like your own. You got to BYOF.
Yeah, put your
So
plate
you go
back. Let's sit down.
You're not here for the game. You for the commercials. And you got to order DoorDash. This game food.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like when when you register for a wedding. Like who are you? Are you here for the commercials or are you here for the food or the? And if you hit the game, you get like an option to like pick. Do you want the chicken or the steak? But if you hit the commercial, it's like make sure you bring your own food. You piece of shit. Just to let them know that.
That's a whole different BYOB.
That's right.
Why don't you just stay at home?
Just stay your ass at home. How about that?
STYAAH. That took me too long, but I got there. Stay your ass at home.
You're struggling with that one. There was a whole moment of silence almost.
I was not in AP classes.
Shit.
I don't know how I in them, but I passed them. So yeah.
I was good in history and as oddly as it sounds, English. So I did honors in those. But when it came to math, college prep all the way.
If you do poorly in history, I've got questions. It's the same thing. Like it never changes. It just gets added to.
Really learning the same thing that you've been learning in history.
Yeah. They just slowly let you know that the people that you learned about in like first grade are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you remember George Washington?
They slowly pull back the curtain. They're like,
Yeah. By the time you get to college, you're like, yeah, you're George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. Like, yeah, big time slave owner.
It's not even like half of them. It's like most of them.
Yeah, it's almost all of them. Yeah.
What are you learning about these psychopaths for?
Yeah. Why are y'all making me glorify them as kids only to tell me they're horrible people when I get older?
Yeah. I think this is the absolute perfect segue into the wrestling portion of today's podcast, because I feel like that is such a thing with wrestlers is you love them as kids and then you find out they're pieces of shit. So who did you love as a kid when you first started watching wrestling?
Shelton Benjamin. Shawn Michaels.
So we'll just start it off here. You're about to wrestle, or you already have wrestled, Shelton Benjamin.
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
We're supposed to, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know. So
the first wrestler you mentioned, Shelton Benjamin, and then you're about to wrestle Shelton Benjamin. Let's jump an indiscriminate amount of years ahead. What is that like when you learn about the match?
It's exciting. It's one of those things where it's like, dang, something that 8-year-old me has wanted for so long, and it's like, yeah, it's finally gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then you know, it's one of those things where it's like it feels surreal. Like, damn, this is life.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're no stranger to big time matchups, big time opponents, but I think it takes to a different level when you're stepping into the ring with somebody that like probably contributed to you wanting to be a wrestler.
Oh, and no problem in that sense. He definitely contributed to me being a wrestler, because before him, there was no one that like. There were, but I wasn't old enough at the time watching. Like when I came up, there wasn't that guy that looked like me that was doing. Like the first guy I seen, you might be like, oh, Booker T was there, but like Booker T had dreads, and he was like, I didn't really see myself in Booker T. Like he was cool. I love Booker T, but I didn't see myself in him when Shelton Benjamin came on the screen. A jacked up black dude, young, athletic. He had the short buzz cut. I was like, yo, I got a short buzz cut. Then he looked just like me. Oh, he from South Carolina? I got people in South Carolina. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, this is my guy. So it was really like a snowball of things with Shelton Benjamin. I was like, yeah, that's my dude, regardless.
And you mentioned,
and then not to mention, at the time, growing up, watching wrestling, I hated Triple H. Yeah. And then Shelton came in on Raw and beat Triple H back to back to back. And I was like, So finally, that's what I'm talking about. So it was great for me. I was happy.
Yeah, there was a run like if you came into wrestling at the right time, Triple H was a piece of shit.
100%.
Jim Ross definitely thought so.
Yeah, Jim Ross, not a fan.
Like
Not a fan.
100%. He hated that man with his soul.
Oh.
Random question. Jim Ross had Triple H, who you could say he hated the most. Who do you, out of the whole entire world, like, who is your Triple H if you're Jim Ross? Like, who do you hate the most that you're just vocally hating on them?
I don't hate nobody for real like that. The way JR hated him, I don't hate nobody like that. JR was like, you know, great son of.
Do you think that JR hated Triple H more than Kendrick hates Drake?
Yeah.
We asked the real question.
My question of the century. Because Kendrick hate the way he walk, hate the way he talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boy.
I feel like if JR had the ability, that he would do the same thing. Like
if JR looked like Batista, if he looked like Batista, it would have been on site. Yeah.
I love that we live in a world that with AR, there is a chance that we could have JR rapping "He Ain't Like Us" or "He Ain't Like Us" in his voice, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that because
I think it's like you pay $19.99 or some crazy stuff for every month, and then you can ask it to just do that, and it'll send you back a track. JR just dissing Triple H and in his voice to Kendrick Lamar's music or something. We could do this. We could do this. We've got $20 between the three of us.
Like I said,
technology wild.
Is that $7 a piece? No.
I believe it'd be $6.50. Right?
Okay.
I mean, taxes I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't sound right. I think it's $6.75. No, that doesn't sound right either. I think I'm wrong. I'm an American. I can't do math.
Yeah. I'm also an American. I can't do math. But yeah, so to get back on topic, we'll leave that open to the public. JR, Triple H, Kendrick, Drake. What's the biggest rivalry in the history of the world? We'll find out.
You set it up like you next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, will Drake find Liz Minor? Just kidding. Just kidding, man. Come on. What happened there?
If we're
technical difficulty that Dan.
And we're back to Live Laugh Lariat, the podcast about wrestling. And
that was a good one.
So you mentioned Shelton Benjamin, but you also mentioned Shawn Michaels. What about Shawn Michaels kind of attracted you?
Oh, Shawn was his charisma. It was like he may not be the biggest guy, but his personality made it seem like he was like 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't, for the longest, I thought Shawn was like 6'9", 6'10 and a half. Like I was like, oh, he's tall. I don't care what nobody say. And then I meet him and I'm like, oh snap, we like the same height almost. Bet. This is what's up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, but that was years later. But growing up as a kid, like it was Shawn seemed like no one could touch him. And even on commentary, they talk about like no one could touch Shawn in a big match situation. No one's ever outperformed Shawn Michaels, and it's like they always made him seem so larger than life. So it was that. And then later, like once I got into Shawn, then like that turned me on. That opened the door for me to find Bret Hart, and then I started watching Bret Hart tapes and DVDs, and it was like a whole new world of like wrestling. I was like, whoa. And like at the time, I'm finding out about like how technical wrestling works, and then here comes Shelton Benjamin, who can do the technical wrestling, but then do the high flying of Shawn. So it was like, whoa, This is really powerful. Like, yeah.
I think Shelton Benjamin and WWE has historically had a problem like creating like black superstars. I don't know if it's a problem that they don't understand it or if it's an unwillingness to do so, but if anybody they could have pulled the trigger on and made fucking the guy, I think Shelton Benjamin was that guy because he could do everything. And he's still doing it. He still looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
He definitely should be more.
I've always pushed my boy to be world champ. So that's just a given.
Yeah.
But I think now it's getting a lot better. Look at WWE now. There's so many black stars. It's not just male stars, but women as well, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as Vince goes away, the man that openly said the N-word on TV, which is
numerous times.
Ugh.
Probably more times than Jamie Kennedy did at Malibu's Most Wanted. That's bad.
Yeah. It was 2, if you're wondering. It was 2 times.
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah,
2 times too many.
We have.
Did you like it? You liked it?
Malibu Most Wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Have you seen it recently?
Yes.
Okay.
What you'll find about me, I love ridiculous humor.
Yeah.
Do you like bad movies by chance?
Yeah, I love ridiculous for the ridiculousness of it.
Oh, we have a guest right here.
Why does everything have to be a masterpiece? Some things can be chaos, and you just got to live in the chaos. Some things, that's what movies are for. People want movies to always be one thing, and it's like, nah, if it's a movie, it's an art at the end of the day, and it's creative. That's the creative outlet they chose, and that's what they chose. And it's like, you ain't got to like it, but hey, man, if you don't like it, don't watch it again.
Yeah.
You have cult classics now, movies that's like, oh, who watches that? And then 20 years from now, like, oh, there's 5,000 people that like been watching this forever.
Yeah,
since it started. Like, okay.
We recently started a podcast. It's called the Bidet Boys. But we watch. Yeah, it's wild. Look, like we have a bidet sponsorship.
Yeah. You can use the code name Bidet Boys. 15% off the Lux Bidet, luxbidet.com.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That's the real deal.
Yeah. It's
if you want, you should come review the movies with us. At least one of them.
It's a movie podcast. So each week we pick a movie and we kind of like movies that have bad reviews and we kind of see if they hold up. So we've done like Soul Plane, holds up.
Soul Plane.
Shouldn't have been a bad movie. We did Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. And
I love that movie.
Oh.
Maybe he can't come on the show.
Yeah, maybe.
I love ridiculousness. Give me shenanigans. When we were going into WrestleMania and they said a Bloodline rules match, I would said, give me that. I want all the 1998 shenanigans. And we got it, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I want
the Paul Blart.
We should let him pick a movie and we do that one.
Yeah,
let him come on. He picks a movie, he comes on, and we just all do that.
Yeah, we'll do it. Like I'll put together like a 15-minute or 10 or 15-minute video of clips, and we just go through and talk about the whole movie and pick it apart or celebrate it.
That would be dope. I'm definitely down for that. I had a couple movies in mind already.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for Yahya on the Bidet Boys. Do you have a bidet? Do you have a bidet opinions? Like, are you just?
I'm unexperienced in that realm of bidet.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
Like,
I keep hearing about them, and I'm just like, I don't know.
When the pandemic happened and they were stealing all that toilet paper, guess who was sitting pretty? Like literally, bidet owners.
All I'm saying is,
bidet owners, king.
All I'm saying is, you don't know what it's like until you've got like some nice warm water. Just
it can be warm.
It's warm, yeah. If you get the Lux Neo 320,
320, 185, and the
I
100,
don't
but the
even worry about it
185
being
is
cold.
that's the one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like we're into it. We also have
We can hook you up with the people. We got you.
we got you if you
I might
want.
have to hook me up. Oh man, because
Yeah.
I ain't know if it go warm. I thought it was just cold water. I don't
No,
know.
you can be warm. It can be warm, and dude, it's like you
It could
don't.
be scalding if you really want it to be.
Yeah.
If you really want it to be, hurry your mind.
Yeah. You could, but yeah, that's a
Just got
different topic for a different
burns on my
podcast.
whole.
But yeah, hit us up. Hit us up. We'll I'm just gonna play this real quick and we'll educate you.
Dano. Let me tell you about our good friends, our great friends at Lux Bidets. Lux Bidets! Lux Bidets are the superior seats of comfort for all your gastrointestinal needs. The perfect geographical location for your keister. These bad boys are stylish. These bad boys are sleek, and more importantly, these bad boys are effective. Like the Neo 320, Dano. The Neo 320. With its advanced 360 self-clean, it's the only bidet. The only one. With a self-cleaning feature that rinses both the guard gate and the nozzles, Dano. Nozzles, Dano. As in plural. That's right, plural. Dual washing. So you can experience the absolute pinnacle of one clean-ass wash. And look, guys, we expect nothing less from our good friends at Lux Bidets. And right now, if you want to try the easiest bidet to install, on average 78% faster than the bidets all those.
I feel kind of bad for making you watch a commercial.
I was about to say.
I was sitting there, I was like, this is kind of fucked up.
You're the first sponsor. He's the first sponsored Live Laugh Lariat guest.
Oh yeah. We should fucking get talk to Lux about getting sponsored athletes.
Yes.
You can have the cleanest ass in wrestling. That's a t-shirt.
And honestly, your opponents could appreciate that for reasons you just explained.
Dude, I feel like if every wrestler had a bidet, wrestling would be a better place.
That's what
It would be a better world. It would be a better world for jobbers.
Oh, but we digress. So wrestling, you fall in love. You go from Sean to Brett to Shelton Benjamin. At what point do you decide that you want to step into the ring and become a wrestler yourself? Is that like a lifelong thing?
Yeah, I always wanted to try it out and be a wrestler, but I didn't know how. And then my was junior going into senior year, like the ending, we're doing like prep for senior exit projects, and teachers are panicking, like need to calm down. And like I was just on the computer doing my senior exit. My senior exit was on the effects of the one and done rule. And that don't really match the story, but I just wanted to say it. The effects of the one and done rule in the NCAA basketball. It was a good. I wrote a book. It was good. It was good. It was fire.
Is it is that an available book?
I need to go find it because it was a good book. I put that was a good book. I need to go find it, like, and get it. You know, that's another story for another time. Okay. But I was sitting there doing my project, and I was done pretty much for the day, and I was just like searching what like wrestling schools or whatnot, because I was playing football, and people like go to college and play football and go play basketball, but I was like, I don't really like school like that. So I feel like I'm gonna go up there and not really do anything and waste my parents' money with school, because I don't really rock with school anyways. Sometimes school just ain't for everybody. It's just not. And so, once I graduated, let's jumping ahead. But then I found George South Wrestling School on the computer at school, and was like, hold up, this school is where? In Charlotte? Hold on. This school is down the street from me? Hold on. And then once I graduated, I got a job at Walmart and worked at Walmart for like 5-6 months, just to get the money up to pay for the fee to train and everything, and get my monthly fee. And after that, I was ready to go.
So what was your first impressions of George South?
My first impression of George South was he's the real deal. Like I'm in the right place. That was my honest to God first reaction to George because we walked in and he's teaching, and I'm like, yep. And someone does something wrong, and he chews them out, but he still teaches them how to do it the right way, but telling them why you can't do it that way because it'll mess up the flow of the match going forward. Why you can't get up this way, and it was like, yeah. It took like not even 15 seconds. I was like, yeah, he's the real deal. He knows that he's okay. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. Because I was nervous that I'd be in there with like somebody who didn't know what they were doing. Because the school at the time that I was going wasn't that expensive. It was like $300 down, and then like $10 a month. It would go up over time, but when I first started, it was $300 and then $10 a month, which was beautiful because the school in Greensboro I was looking at as well was like $1,500 down and then like $50 a month type shit. So it was like, I ain't got that right now as a kid.
Yeah.
So, but like now I'm like, okay, I can do that. So I wasn't sure if he would be the real deal because it was so cheap. I was like, but walking in there, I was like, oh, nah, this who I need to be at the Thunder. This is exactly who I need to be and teach me the game and let me know what's going on. And which he did, still does. So that's my guy.
So you bought something on Temu with George South, and you were very pleasantly surprised when it got here, and it was exactly what they promised.
Exactly. You like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna be.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said. Exactly like the picture.
Yeah. So George South, what is your favorite George South memory, moment, story?
Oh, Mike gonna be mad at me for this, but it's the funniest story to me. So like, this is maybe like we're like under a year in the business, and we're wrestling the show. It's me and Mike versus George and somebody else. I can't remember who it was. It was like 9 years ago. But he's like, Mike has George in the chin lock, and George is trying to like, control what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And George is like slapping the mat, like trying to get the people into it. And Mike is like, wait, he's tapping. He's touching the mat. And he's looking at the ref. The ref is not going to disqualify, like, going to say George is tapping out. The ref is scared too.
Yeah.
And so Mike is like, oh, you don't tap? And Mike just like tightens up on George. And George pulls his arm down, gets up, elbows him, and tells me to get in the ring. And George is intent to Mike for the rest of the match. That's my favorite. He was like, oh, no, you tried to kill me. You're done. You're done. It's so great. Mike is going to hate that I told that story, but it's one of my favorites.
What is that post-match speech like for him? You have a George South impression that you could dust off for us?
Okay, buddy, listen. I'm trying to get everything straight. You don't got to do that, okay? That's why I told you got to get in here, okay? You don't need to touch me no more, okay? Bro tried to choke me out like we in the UFC. What the heck wrong with him?
Amazing. You're talking. No, I'm assuming you're talking about Movie Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only
Movie
Mike.
The film.
Movie Mike has one of the coolest gimmicks that I know.
Yeah,
like I like his shit. He used to have a grip, the grip, a guy who used to follow him around with his own personal camera, and so when he wrestled at Firestar one time, he had the grip, and the grip was getting in the way of like the actual camera people, and so there was one camera dude that actually thought the grip was like the camera dude for Mike, and that his camera was working. So he was just like kind of acquiescing to let the grip get into better places at some time. And then was like instructed to like, this is what, like quickly, like in the interviews, like, hey, this dude's not actually like a working camera. They're like, back to this right spot.
man's wearing a vest and a bow tie. Like, of course the camera doesn't work.
No, I mean, he thought it worked. I think he just thought it was like, am I supposed to like let this guy get, like, is this part? How much of a part of things is this man?
Yeah,
I believe that. I don't know. I hope
He's like,
that
oh,
he didn't
the
think that, like,
kill dude probably like, I don't know if he has a spot or anything. If he's doing something, I don't want to mess up the show.
It's just a guy following around the whole time, does nothing but that. It's great. It's almost like Fosworth Bentley. I don't know. That's probably a pretty old reference. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's Outcast.
That's right.
Yeah, Fosworth Bentley used to be like the I guess the Dapper Dan of our time.
Sure, he had that. Honestly, he had one of them shows like that. He had what was it, Gentleman's Club or something, or where he like took criminals or whatever and made them.
Yeah, he had like Charm School, like men for men, like Charm School for dudes or something.
Dude, like we talked about it before we started recording, but VH1 from like 2005 to like 2010, unfucking touched.
Yeah. No, I remember that show specifically. He was trying to train people to be Diddy's assistant.
Oh no.
I know, but that's what he was. He was Diddy's assistant. And that's what the show was. Dan, technical difficulty me. Dan, get us.
All right, and we're back. Hindsight being 2020, that's pretty fucking
that's
fucking funny. So you're training. What is your character like when you first start? Are you Yahya from day one? Have you always been Yahya?
Originally I was just Big Time Yah, and that was more of a family name that everyone called me because they knew I wanted to be a wrestler. So like it was a family nickname from a young age, Big Time Yah. So it's like I kind of carried that in there, and it was a version of me, but it wasn't truly who I wanted to be. And so I had to transition to the gifted one, Yahya. And that I feel like that's more me, a guy who goes out to the ring, has a lot of energy, which I do. Actually, me and my friends, I have a lot of energy. Who has a lot of energy and loves what he's doing, and excuse me, doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if he has to. I'm just out there having a good time regardless. I'm just kid living his dream, honestly. So it's just like the gifted one really is just an adaptable person who can do whatever and overcome whatever. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, the gifted one for sure. And you've always been gifted, but what was Big Time Yah looking like 9 years ago? Let's say 8 years ago, 7 years ago. What do those early days look like for you?
Oh, those early days were your typical big man just doing a whole lot of slams and throws and not much psychology, but trying to fit in what I thought was psychology until I got in the ring with guys who actually had psychology and were able to teach me proper psychology. Guys like Rob Killjoy, guys like James Drake, guys like Timmy Lou, guys like Cedric Alexander, guys that I got in there with and was like, oh, this is okay. This is what I need to do. Like, get in the ring with those guys, like, okay, oof, I got a long way to go to get to where y'all were when I started. I mean, I got to go further to get beyond. So, that, looking back, it was your typical big man just doing stuff just to look big and not understanding the business.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm only 6'2".
That's in wrestling, that's a giant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would
6'2" is like a 6'10" basketball player.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you might as well fucking be Yao Ming out there. Like I'm 6'2.5". Roberto is 6'4", and there are very rarely wrestlers taller than me. I'm guessing there's almost never any wrestlers taller than him, unless Cruel.
No, I literally am not. Yeah, Cruel's up there. He's tall. He's about as tall as me, honestly.
Ray's taller. He's taller than 6'4". Ray's 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", something like that.
I'm trying to think of who. Jackson's as tall as me.
Yeah.
Jay's as
Jackson's
tall as me.
6'4"?
Jackson's like 6'4" or 6'3" or something like that. He's getting up there. Jay's as tall as me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot. Like Mark James is not as tall as me, but he's up there too.
Like everybody, like I did not realize. Like I make the joke that like height is wasted on me because like.
Oh yeah. Can you dunk? Me neither.
No.
Fuck, dude.
I was told
I can up there. It's just the art of putting it in the hoop.
In the
that's like,
right. It's the hardest, right? But if you
emotion like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, for some reason, that ball just want to keep bouncing out, and I was like,
right.
Not going to the league.
Yeah.
No.
But it seems like you didn't want to be a big guy wrestler as you kind of progressed. You kind of found your own way. What would you describe, like what moment did you kind of like make the switch? I know you mentioned James Drake and Rob Killjoy and the Infinite Man Tim and guys like that, but is there
the
match that you like this is the debut of the Gifted One? Or the coming out party?
I would say it was whenever me and Ray had a little rivalry going on, and we started working together and having fun, going back and forth in matches and promos and whatnot. And I think working with a friend who also starting to understand that we're piecing things together, and it's like, oh, wait, so we can. Not saying that we don't need those guys, but I'm like, oh, we can do this ourselves and piece how we need to piece it and still be where we need to be. So it's really wrestling him and us piecing our psychology separately and together and making the magic that we did make as far as that goes.
So realizing
starting that moment, the match with the rivalry with him really was like the Gifted One is here now. And the gifted one is a hybrid that can do big man stuff. He can fly. He can get technical. He can do whatever.
Is that the feud that had the Extreme Rules or whatever the
yeah
the 2x4?
yeah.
So on.
I was going to say, can I have an explanation for the people at home?
I'll let you tell the story. But it's Rayhan talked about it on Take the Pictures when he was on. But if you want to tell your side of the things.
See, what happened was, I'm gonna break it down to you like this. See, what happened was, the weapons were outside the ring, and so we had to run and get the weapons. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? We're just fighting in the crowd and we're doing our thing. And like, he hit me with something, and then I hit him back, and he sold off, and I just grabbed the 2x4, and I was like, oh, this doesn't seem too heavy. This doesn't seem too bad. And then I went to go swing it. And this is what happened, right? I didn't account for how light it was swinging. Like it had a pretty good weight on it, but it swung so easily. Like there was no like give with the weight of it. And I was like, damn, this shit is swinging fast. And it hit him, and I was like, let me put this down. I was like, I hit him over the back. He was like, and I hit him in the stomach. And I said, let me put this down. Put it away on purpose. Get your receipt with something else. Not this. And he did get his receipt.
With a cookie sheet.
Because I was over there, I started talking junk to Ian, because Ian was sitting in the crowd, Ian Maxwell, fast as hell. And he was talking junk, and we were going back and forth. And the next thing I know, Ray has his cooking sheet and hits me right square here. And I'm like, bing! And I'm laying, I'm like, woo! That was a cooking sheet. And I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad. And I roll over and I'm like on all fours about to get up. And he swings. I watch it on video. He swings from like below his knee in a full circle to my back as I'm on all fours. And he hits me in the back, and I just started squirming like, ah. He's trying to pick me up. I'll give his head, get away from me right now. My back is on fire. So he definitely got his receipt back. Oh,
That's amazing.
Oh man.
It's
So what's a match? That's obviously probably one of the more memorable matches. But from another discipline that's not so crazy, like what's one of the more memorable technical matches that you've had?
ooh. Anytime I get in there with Jason Kincaid, the
okay.
gift versus the gift one, it's always fun. Any match, like I love getting in the ring with Kincaid and just going at it because we always gonna do some technical stuff, and then we're gonna do some extra stuff, and then we're gonna do something we ain't got no business doing because we're both kind of crazy when it comes to wrestling, and so it just becomes a beautiful magic masterpiece, and it's just awesome. So yeah, any match with Kincaid as far as technical wise, yeah, it's up there for me.
I have a Jason Kincaid story that I always like to share. So if you're not familiar, Roberto, he comes to the ring. I think Sleazy E is his name. Is his manager, and he is in a automated wheelchair. So fun. He has a match against Bojack in Elevation, and Bojack has to be heel, and Bojack being heel, not easy to do because everybody loves Bojack. So how does he get heat? You might ask. Well, he kicks that dude in the wheelchair square in the fucking face. And
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it every time.
A collective pause where everybody was like, is wrestling real? Like there was that moment where people were wondering like
yeah, dumbass.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Yeah. So turns out that it was Sleazy E's idea. So, but yeah, JC Kincaid is great. Underrated for sure.
That was more of a story about Sleazy E though. Like Sleazy E took the shot on that literally.
Yeah, but without Jason Kincaid, there would not have been a Sleazy either. So
that's fair.
I just really wanted to tell that story.
A Bojack kicking Sleazy in the chest.
Yeah, in the face. In the face, not the chest. Yeah, I'll find the video and show it to you. So technical Jason Kincaid. What about high flying? Like, what's a match where you're just like,
oh, that's easy. Cam Carter. Yeah, we had some battles at PWX Pure. We had some battles, and they're all fun. Which you can also see some of them on my YouTube channel. So go check it out. Shameless.
I have called one of his matches. Not him. I think if I'm not mistaken, he might have had like a Rumble spot with us, like something real quick, but maybe not. I might be thinking of someone completely different.
Could it be Cam Jackson?
Perhaps. I don't know.
Do you have
I'm
a
gonna
favorite?
say no.
Do you have a favorite Cam?
A favorite Cam? Cam Ward.
Okay. Do you have a favorite Cam? Yeah.
Do I have a favorite Cam? It's gotta be Cam Jackson. That's my boy.
Do you have a favorite Cam, Dan?
Number one.
Yeah, that Bidet Boys episode's gonna be lit. I can't wait for this one. Oh yeah.
So you've I would say like out of your group, which I would collectivify that as like, or at least from the story that I've heard, like you, Rayhan, Movie Mike, Darius Lockhart to extent, Cedric Alexander, like that kind of core Charlotte scene. Obviously, Cedric
Don't forget
Bobby
Ballin.
Yep. the kings of comedy, or is that what? Yeah, at least we'll save it for all the air. But of course, Cedric Alexander's in WWE. Darius Lockhart's doing cool shit, but you have like people don't realize that you don't live in New York because you're in New York all the time. People don't like you're fucking going places, doing things, wrestling people. Um, what do you think
People
makes
think
you better than everybody else?
You think you're better than me?
I think they know that's why they don't book me. But they know why I'm better. I don't have to tell anybody. They know why I'm better. Let's cut it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get it out the way. Anyway, there's not many that talk like me. There's not many that can go like I can go. There's not many that can fly like I can fly. There's not many that can throw people how I throw people. So it's just there's levels to this, and sooner rather than later, people are gonna realize that the gifted one was always at the top of the level, waiting on y'all to get to my level, and it's still rising above that level that y'all just got to because I'm gifted and y'all not. I can bring y'all to the gifted level in a match, and y'all can see what that kind of power is like. It's like the Phoenix Force, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel it just for a second, but then I just take it back and just let you know that you can't handle this power. Because if you try to, it's just gonna overtake you, and you're gonna fall and realize that once again, I'm the gifted one.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So, would you say, like, you're Superman, you've got all these talents, but do you think your kryptonite is that you like Paul Blart too? I think like your like worst like
That's a pretty big one.
because that
That's a
movie
pretty big one.
is tough to watch.
What was so wrong
Like,
with Paul Blart?
We have an hour and a half episode where we tell
yeah,
you
got
every
it.
single thing wrong about Paul Blart too. If you'd like, I can send you the link. Oh,
It's
Play him the
hard
ice
because I'm
cream
a
cone
guy.
clip.
Here's the thing: I'm a little biased because I love King of Queens, and
yeah.
so anything Kevin Queens is in is already like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Okay,
I
so
don't even care. Same thing with Adam Sandler. I don't even care what you're in. I'm gonna go see it. There's certain actors out there that are in anything, and I'm going to see it. Will Smith, going to see it. I don't care. Eddie Murphy, going to see it.
What's your favorite Will Smith movie?
Well, my favorite Will Smith movie is probably I want to say Bad Boys 2, but I feel like because Bad Boys 4 is coming out, that seems like an easy answer. But I'm gonna say this because it's gonna be a two-part answer because this is the movie we're gonna watch when I'm on for Day Boys. Shark Tale. Yeah.
I'm fucking here for it. I wasn't allowed to listen to non-Christian music growing up because I was very sheltered. But I could listen to like soundtracks. So I actually had the Shark Tale soundtrack. It's a good soundtrack.
A good soundtrack.
So I'm all for it. Another Will Smith movie, which I think would qualify for the Bidet Boys, Wild Wild West.
Yes.
I saw
That's
that
another one. I haven't watched that movie since I saw it in theaters as a kid. So
I've heard it doesn't age well, but I definitely is one to think about. Another soundtrack that is great. It qualifies. We have a criteria.
It
We have a
does.
criteria, and it does qualify. So we will have you on.
Right on the right on the line. 35.
Yeah, barely made it, but yeah, Shark Tales. Fuck yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
man.
Our first
I'll be
guest
over
ever
there.
was Yayha.
So I think we were talking about how you were the gifted one and how you are better than everybody else, especially those that trained with you in Charlotte. But you've done some cool stuff recently. You're doing some cool stuff. Let's talk about Battleground Pro. You're their heavyweight champion. How did that relationship start, and how has it been to kind of make the journey from to the top there?
Oh, Battle Club Pro. Oh, Battle Club Pro. You see, it all started off good, right? You know what I'm saying? I come in there, I work hard, I win matches. Here's a known fact: haven't been pinned 1-on-1 in Battle Club Pro and I've been there since 2019. So 1-on-1 haven't been beaten. That's number one. So there's that journey of scratching and crawling and winning matches and getting up to the top. And then I get to the top, and you know what happens? The booker, the owner of Battle Club Pro, Joe Kim Morales, has the audacity to not like the way that myself, Rayhan Antez, Ian Maxwell, Movie Mike, Anthony Gamble, Savannah Evans, Luca King, they don't like how we do business. And so they just disappear for however long they feel like and come back and act like I'm not owed an apology for taking over as champ for Battle Club. I've been Battle Club champ for 500 days. 500 days. That's not an easy feat that anyone can just do. You know, they don't just hand out 500-day title rings. You got to earn that. And I did. And I built the company up. And what do? To repay me, they get gone. Then they come back with empty promises. Shelton Benjamin, cool. Guess what? Not gonna happen. You know what is gonna happen? Alex Kane. Now Alex Kane is great. I love him. But this is beyond personal with Battle Club Pro. This is beyond personal. This ain't got nothing to do with Alex. Alex, you're just a pawn in their game against you. And I'm trying to tell you to just back out the match because if you show up, Alex, it's not what happens to you is not my fault. That's all I got to say. I see you doing everything in MLW. You're big, you're bad, and everything's going great for you. But this is a different ball game when you step in the ring with the gifted one. Point blank, period. That's just what it is at Battle Club Pro. That is my house. I built it. And if I want to burn it down, I'll burn it down. But no one else has the right to burn it down before I say so. They don't do nothing without my okay. Okay? That's how it goes down in Battle Club Pro. That is JTP South owned Battle Club Pro. That's how it should go.
Okay. That was a very well thought out answer. I appreciate that. We'll move on now, unless you have anything else you'd like to add.
No, I said what I needed to say.
Okay. Let's talk about go ahead.
Confirm Cam Jackson. That was confirmed Cam Jackson. I looked that up.
Okay.
I just while we were on that topic, he brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely know Alex Kane. That's gonna be lit. I might show up to that one.
Yeah, it's in New York.
Show up to that one. It's in New York and Brooklyn.
You a Wawa dude or you a Sheets dude?
I'm a whatever is there when I need to pee kind of dude. I'm just kidding. I would. Oof, it's a tough one because if I say one or the other, my friends are gonna be like, "How could you get on the podcast and lie?" Because I'm gonna stand on business. On business, I gotta stand on. I'm a QT guy. That's just me. It might be because I'm a Charlotte guy, but hey, I'm just a QT kind of guy. That's what it is.
What's your
Wawa? I'll eat there, whatever, cool. But QT is my spot.
What are you walking out with? Let's just say you had a nice match at Ashe. You go into QT afterwards. What you walking out with after a nice match?
See, they got the hot dogs. I gotta give me 2 glizzies. Don't judge me. I gotta go see if the kitchen's still open. If I got there in time for the kitchen to be open, I can get me a nice turkey and cheese sandwich on a foot long, and it don't be as expensive as Subway. I get my spinach on there, get my banana peppers on there. Go get me a prime or 2. Might get 2. Oh, I give me some popcorn or chips. Gotta have the popcorners. Then some candy. Yeah, that'll close it out for me. That's all I need from QT.
What kind of candy?
Yeah.
Ooh, it'll probably be. It'll either be the Hershey's cookies and cream or the birthday cake Kit Kat.
Okay.
What's
Those are my
your
two.
what's your favorite candy and why is it Sour Patch Kids?
Listen, I like Sour Patch Kids. They're not my favorite. They're top 10. They might be in the top 10. Yeah.
Let's hear your top 10.
Oh, shit. Cookies and cream number 1. The Hershey's. Then I'm gonna have to go that birthday cake Kit Kat because that thing is fire. We just doing candy bars, right?
Anything, any candy.
all candy. Yeah.
Okay. Starburst. Then I gotta go a Three Musketeers. Then a Milky Way. Then I gotta go some gummy worms and gummy bears back to back, just like that. Then I gotta go with ooh let me go to OG Hershey's. Let's gotta keep the OG in there. Regular milk chocolate Hershey's, gotta keep them in there. Let me do. You ever had the sweet tart ropes? Like the sweet tart ropes? Those.
Yeah.
That's number 9. Oh, I got one more.
I think it has to be Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sour Patch. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids. Because after that, that's when I'll be like, oh, let me get some Swedish Fish. So yeah, Sour Patch Kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids can be on the same level because, like, sometimes you just Sour Patch Kids are Swedish Fish, just with sour stuff on them.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah. So I think that's a good list. Have you tried the blueberry muffin Kit Kats?
No, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if they have them everywhere, but they're good.
Have you noticed that there's like a
the caramel
there's
donut, the caramel donut ones.
There's like a surplus of blueberry items. There's a blueberry blueberry biscuit at Bojangles, and then you're mentioning a blueberry thing. There's like blueberry lemonade that I saw in the store today.
Yeah.
There's like a abundance of blueberry products that I've never noticed before or just haven't been there.
Well, blueberry biscuit, that's like fucking. That's a staple.
At Bojangles?
Yeah.
But
been there?
Yeah, Bojangles staple. Yeah. But it's the new thing.
Oh.
Blueberry cookies.
Blueberry cookies.
Yeah, they got like a blueberry cookie. You gotta ask to put the icing on.
Interesting. I'll have to try it. Popeyes is trying strawberry biscuit.
I tried it, and I don't think I am. But they got like a blueberry biscuit sausage biscuit. Like it's a sausage blueberry.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean.
I don't think I can try that.
I would try
It's not good.
You tried it?
Yeah, it's not good. That's what I was telling you. Like, that's why I tried. I was like, "There's abundance of blueberry stuff out here." And you guys are like, "No, it's commonplace." I'm like, "You guys eat this all the time? It's just terrible."
So, is it the blueberry biscuit that you don't like?
It's not. It's
or is it the combination of that?
Yeah, sausage and blueberries shouldn't go together.
Okay.
At least not that kind of sausage. Like maybe like I don't know, man. Like another, not a patty.
Have you seen some Bojangles? They have what they're called bird dogs, and it's just it's like chicken strips on a hot dog bun.
It's real,
yeah,
but it's good.
Yeah, dude, Bojangles it's so fucking expensive now.
Yeah,
I think it is getting a little ridiculous.
Like $9 for a 4-piece Supreme dinner. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I got a double cheeseburger and a chocolate milkshake at McDonald's down the street, and I'm being specific because I want them to hear this and I want them to feel shame. It was fucking $9.
And you got what?
A double cheeseburger. That was it. Just like one of the normal ones that used to be on the dollar menu, right? Just like a double cheeseburger, double quarter pounder, whatever it is, the quarter pounder thing. And then a chocolate milkshake. I didn't get fries. I get nothing. I just got a sandwich and I got the milkshake. And it's just $9.
You know,
talk to me.
So, have you guys ever been to Checkers or Rallies?
Yeah, I love Checkers.
So there's a Checkers in Durham. It's right off of right by NC Central. First off, they have a robotic drive-through, which fucking
Really?
weirds me out. Like that's the first sign that I'm just like the robots are taking over because
Yeah.
you have to go through and you have to order it through the drive-through. First off, like I don't trust this bitch. So like I don't like I have questions about the menu. There's a burger that I want to ask additional questions to that I don't feel like I can because it's a robot. I want to be like,
Right.
what's on that burger? But I can't, so I have to go safe. And who knew that they would start at Checkers first? Secondly, I got just like a bacon burger combo, and then I got some mozzarella sticks. $20 fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Moss sticks probably where they got you.
Yeah, it's fucking hard out here, man.
It is. You know what I used to miss? Like back in the day in South, I used to live in Aiken, South Carolina, and back there, huh?
So let's go back to 2005 prices.
Yeah.
Pre-Katrina.
They used to have a Crystal Burger. I don't know if you guys know what.
Yes.
I was about to, okay, because I'm like, it's like the White Castle of the South.
Yeah,
basically.
white trash castle is what I call it.
Yeah. So Crystal Burger, you could go there. I'd get like 8 of these little tiny burgers, like a big ass fry, nice extra large. Like it was Sierra Mist back then. Good old days.
Good old Sierra Mist.
It was like less than $10. Like for exactly what I just paid today for not that.
Yeah. It's a
fucking man.
They had mini corn dogs, they had mini hot dogs, like it's like a East Tennessee thing. That's where my dad's from, and we grew up on Crystal, and it's fucking have you guys heard the story? And
I want that clipped. I want that sample clipped. We grew up on Crystal. I want that clipped.
You did.
It made into a sample. Like, put that in the Bidet Boys entrance.
Yeah. So I got this from TikTok, so I don't know if it's true or not. Anything you get from TikTok, I feel like you have to preface it like I got this information from TikTok. Apparently, Sierra Mist is now Starry. We all know that, but the reason is because an adult, a sex worker, who goes by the name Sierra Mist, realized that the copyright had lapsed, so she bought it. So now she owns Sierra Mist, and they tried to buy it back for her, and she's like, "Go fuck yourself."
I could be honest, man. Like I'm pretty progressive, and I do my best. Like, fuck that bitch.
That's y'all copyright. You gotta be on top of that.
I'm all for that. Like I'm like that's fuck the man. Like now you're
you
gonna
remember someone did that to the Washington now the Washington football team, the Commanders. Sorry, but that's why they were the Washington football team, because somebody bought like 50 names from them.
Yeah. but yeah, that an adult actress is the reason that supposedly we have Starry, and like I'm all for that. I think that like we should all do that. Just like you're
just wait for copyrights to end and buy them.
Starry is not the same. It's not the same.
Wait, did you like Sierra Mist?
Yes.
Am I the only one that did
I'd guess, because I mean, like, does a bear shit in the woods? Do I like Sierra Mist? Yes.
And you think Starry is different?
Yeah, I know Starry is different. It's not a thought.
So would you take Sierra Mist over Sprite?
Yeah, every time. I actually ask restaurants if they still like carry it, because some of them still carry it because it's discontinued, but there's still some out, like in the world.
I feel like
very rare.
I feel like I'm in a bizarro world.
I love Sierra
Mist. I prefer Sierra Mist
over Sprite.
Yeah.
It's like what? It is the same kinda.
Acidity taste to it almost back in the day. Like Sierra Mist was like a smooth, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Sierra Mist is
Sierra Mist was what Sprite told me it was gonna be. That's the best way to explain it. And Starry is like if Sierra Mist and Mountain Dew fucked each other and had a soft drink. Like that's what it tastes like. It tastes like shit, dude. I hate it. I hate it. So I mean, again, and like honestly, I'm sorry.
Was there a time that you were excited? You're like, oh, I can't wait to fucking try Starry, or were you just like going into it just like this is gonna fucking suck?
No, I wasn't excited, but I wasn't like down on it. It's just the lady said, no, we don't have that. We have Starry now, and I was like, what's that? Yeah, let me get that. And then she brought it to my table, and I was like, I hate Mountain Dew. This is terrible. And she, Starry. Oh, okay.
We'll get back to wrestling here. I
like
promise.
terrible.
Do you guys remember the Pepsi taste test that used to travel around?
Oh yeah, and yeah, because people used to try to see if they could tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, they would like pull up in a mall parking lot.
Yeah.
That's some 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Shit.
I can't tell the difference. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
I have not had those since I was a child.
Coke
I have a weird. You know what? This
Pepsi.
I know for a fact because I know Dan. This is definitely gonna make the highlight shit because it's embarrassing. I am terrified. I have like an irrational phobia of dark sodas because I can't see the bottom.
All right. Hey,
it's fucking irrational.
I'm just saying that's why I'm like I couldn't. I wouldn't. I don't know what Pepsi or Coke really tastes like. I haven't had it since I was a kid.
So would you say that like your worst nightmare is just being dropped into like a pool of like Coca-Cola?
No, I don't care about. I'm talking about just like my drink. Like I don't want to drink something I can't see what's in it. Like it skeeves me out.
Okay.
Something called out your drink one time, huh?
That has happened before. It's not a lie.
So you're like, I need to see what the fuck is in my drink. I need to see what's in here.
Yeah, please. Please.
Okay. So I don't know how we got here. Oh, I could tell you exactly how we got here.
Story.
Yeah. Well, no, like the greater we were ranking we were talking about UT and candy, and then it just kind of spitballed. It was I was like, this is, I can tell you exactly. I said blueberry Kit Kat. You said Bojangles. I said Bojangles was too expensive. We kind of went and talked about how like things back in the day were better, and then that's how we got here.
Solid synopsis.
Yeah. So let's talk about Ashe. You've been an integral part of their events so far. You got to wrestle Sunny Kiss. Kind of walk us through what it's been like being a part of it, and for those who haven't been out to a show, what do they have to look forward to for a show like this?
I mean, for me personally, it's a little different because I remember sitting at Darius's house, like sitting at his mama house on the front porch, sitting at his auntie house on the back porch, just trying to spitball ideas because he had ideas. He's had this idea for years, honestly. He always talked about it. Like we always had conversations about it. And so like to see it is like, wow, my boy's dream is really coming true. And to see that for your friend is a beautiful thing. So like for me it's real surreal and like, damn, my boy's really doing it. That's what I'm telling. So like it gives me that extra motivation going into it. And if you haven't been to an Ashe show, I feel like with everybody who comes to the show knows Darius and like either personally or just from wrestling, they know Darius. So like and they know the kind of guy he is, how much he is about family and keeping the community together and wanting better for the community. And so you feel all that love and passion for wrestling. And then also there's a musical performance, which is cool at the start to really get the party going. And then you like get some good music, and then you like next thing you know, it's like you're following contest. You like, oh, okay. So it just really gets you in the mode for being entertained, and then wrestling hits you right in the face, and it's like, oh goodness, and like it's not one of your long independent shows where there's 14 matches on the card or what have you, and it's like, geez, when is this over? It's quick and to the point. It's like 6 matches tops most times, so it's like
which is perfect.
The show flows nicely, and it's like, oh, I can sell my merch and not be like, oh, I need to see this next match that I haven't seen. You know, everything's kind of like, okay, I sold my merch. All right, let me go watch this match. So like everything it just flows nicely over there. There's a nice feng shui at Ashe. That's what I'll say. Bars. My God. Clip that for me. Oh, that was bars. Bray is never gonna believe that. Bray will never believe that. That was off the top. Woo.
Oh, I love that. And we had Rehan on Take the Pictures, and he told us a story about how you were able to make a dream come true for your dad. Let him speak to Ron Simmons. What was that moment like?
Oh, that was wild because like it's Ron Simmons. Like at the end of the day, like this is the first black world champion. Like this is a Hall of Famer. This is APA. This is nation domination. Like this is the guy for a lot of black wrestlers. This is the guy we all look up to and want to live up to his legacy and build upon it. You know, so it's like there's that. And then he watched my match and I didn't even know he was why like a lot of times sometimes legends will show up and they'll just be there to and there's nothing wrong with that. Like that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You want to go in there and get your check, get your money, and then leave after your meet and greets or whatever, watch the first couple matches and dip out. That's cool. But like to sit there and watch the matches and like give guys critiques was really cool. So like he watched my match and he gives me all his game and I'm like and when he's done, I'm like, oh, my dad would flip. Like I had a full wrestling conversation with Ron Simmons. Like he loves you. Like my dad talks about Ron Simmons like you be like, did you ever talk to Ron? Have y'all ever hung out? Because the way the amount of things you tell me about this man makes me believe y'all was riding up and down the road together, pops. Because you got stories. You like, I remember when Ron Simmons did that. I remember in 19 that you like, oh, okay. And like as a kid, I thought he was just saying stuff. Oh, my dad just be going off on tangents about Ron Simmons. And then like as I'm getting older and I'm getting more into wrestling, I hear like I see like the dates of things and like, oh wait. So this really did oh, he wasn't oh, this really happened. So it's like, oh, because my dad is the reason I am a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Because he was a wrestling fan his whole life. And so like my first couple memories are me sitting next to him watching wrestling. So it's like it's in my blood. So like Ron Simmons, and I'm telling him like my dad's a big fan. He loves you. Da da da. He's like, oh, really? Well, call him. And I just took a second. I said, what did you say? And my brain was like, you said call him. And I said, no, he didn't. Ain't no way. What you say? Call him. Oh, you got to ask me again. Let me call. Call my dad. Say, hey, dad, what you doing? He was like, man, just woke up. What you doing? I said, hey, I got Ron Simmons here. He want to talk to you, so you should probably wake up a little bit. He's like, what? Huh? Hold on. And I'm like, he right here. He's like, all right, I'm ready. So I get on the phone, and Ron's like, so I hear you're a big fan of Ron Simmons. You ever heard of him? and my dad, yeah, I heard of him. He's like, I heard you like a big fan. You talk about him a lot. You want me to tell him you say hey? So and my dad's like realizes it's Ron. And he's like laughing. He's like, yeah. Please tell him. He's like, yeah, I'll tell him. Hey, Ron. He goes, yeah, this is me, man. Yeah, your son did good. He had a really good match. I enjoyed his match. And I was like, to hear Ron Simmons say he enjoyed my match to my dad just meant the world to me. So, Ron Simmons, I appreciate you for that. That's probably the best thing I ever did for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll never forget that.
That's amazing. That's got to be like fucking. Not only did your dad talk to Ron Simmons, but he fucking put you over. Like you, like
right?
Yeah, he fucking did you.
He could have got on the phone and be like, your son is trash. He should quit. Click. He could have buried me, but he was like, nah, he did great.
Amazing. Yeah, that's one of my favorite stories that I think I've heard on this podcast. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. And thank you for sharing everything that you've shared with us. I'm gonna just throw out a lightning round. Roberto and I are just gonna take turns asking random questions that we haven't prepared for, and then we'll close this thing. First question: would you rather If you had to like pick an animal to like be your companion, like Pokemon style, what animal are you picking?
Ooh. 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 I'm gonna pick no. I'm gonna damn. So many animals are running through my mind. I'm gonna go with a crocodile. I don't know why, but that's what came to mind.
Yeah.
A crocodile.
Have you ever played? You ever played Far Cry?
Yes.
The newest Far Cry, you can get like a companion alligator. Yeah. So.
Well, nah, I'm the Far Cry.
Yeah, but that's a good answer. I saw a video of a crocodile climbing a fucking fence the other day, like a full ass fence. Wow.
Yeah,
Shit.
they do it all the time in Florida.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, top that one, Reveal.
Would you rather take 10 steps back every time you sneeze or sneeze every time you take 10 steps?
That could be lethal.
Well, I don't. I'll take 10 steps back every time I sneeze
What if you're in
because
your
I kind of because I'm so shocked that I sneeze because I don't sneeze often. So it kind of shocks me and sends me backwards anyways. What was that? Like I always, I'm never prepared for it.
Yeah.
You would have definitely been high on Vince's list in the Vince era. I think there was a story about that where he finds people that sneeze to be out of control of their. Yeah. Isn't that what he is? The lack of self-control if you sneeze. That's what it was.
Yeah. What a piece of shit. My question.
Yeah. This kid, if he comes back, guys, sign me.
Yeah. Would you rather have a Big Mac from McDonald's or a Whopper from Burger King?
Let's go.
Whopper from Burger King.
Underrated Whopper.
And Whopper more specific.
Those aren't bad.
Those are fine.
What's your? Well, I guess this might not apply. Or if you're, well, no, it doesn't matter. What's your fondest memory of a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Oh, there was one time we had came back from a show in like the mountains in North Carolina, like Newland, North Carolina or something. And we got in and went to cookout. And I just wanted to get like the most because you people don't know this. You can really get whatever you want on the cookout burger. You just gotta ask for it. And so like I was like, yeah, let me get a big double burger tray with lettuce, tomatoes, queso sauce, and cheese. I had bacon on there. I had sauteed onions on there, and then that when I unwrapped that and bit into that burger, oh, you know it was good because that was like 6-7 years ago.
I just thought about getting a cheeseburger quesadilla on a big double burger.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good.
Put you some queso sauce on there.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll cap it at 2 more questions for each of us. What is your favorite book?
My favorite book. Oh,
why is it the Bible?
That's a book, you know.
Greatest story ever told.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but it's the greatest story ever told. Okay.
Bless your heart.
Okay, buddy. Watch out now. My favorite book. I'm gonna take it back to the book that got me into reading as a child, 2nd grade. Junie B. Jones. That this big yellow smelly bus. Let's take it all the way back. That's still one of my favorite books. That's what got me into reading. I'm gonna stick with that.
Hell yeah.
If you were given an indiscriminate amount of money and nobody would know what you spent it on, what dumbass thing would you buy with it? You have to spend all of it. You don't get to keep any of it. So, sky's the limit.
So you've got
I
$1
gotta spend
million.
I'm spend it.
Like-
I'll buy something practical. I'll mess around and buy some land and put some like some businesses on it, and then put an apartment complex across the street. That way, the apartment complex people can either work there or shop there. It don't matter. I'm making money regardless. That's what I would do with the money. But if it was just stupid, I would probably. Well, it wouldn't be stupid because I'd probably just take all the money and get all my family and we go on a big ass cruise. That's probably what I'd do.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna build on his question for my final question. You're in Walmart or Target, whichever one you prefer, and you've got a shopping cart and you get to fill it up with whatever you want and keep whatever you fill it up with. What are you walking out with?
Just one shopping cart?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do Walmart because I was just in Walmart not too long ago, so it's fresh on the brain. I can fill it up with whatever. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna give me a couple board games. I know people are like, oh wow, board games, that's so lame. No, it's not. Board games are awesome. You just sleeping. Wake
Yeah.
up.
You just don't have friends. People who hate board games don't have friends.
You just don't have patience and you don't want to play. Okay. I'll probably give me a couple board games. Definitely give me one of them big TVs. Not too big because I won't take up the whole cart because I put it like standing up to the side of the cart.
You can put it underneath. You can put the TV underneath.
Nah, I don't trust it because somebody to walk in front of me and I'll have to hold my cart and my TV slide right off and piss me right off. So that'll piss me right off. Damn it, my new 65-inch TV on the floor because of you. Now I get another one because I dropped it. So or did. I'm definitely gonna hit up the food and see what people need. I'm gonna be texting people, hey, what you need? Let me make sure. That's what I would do. Oh man, I get so much stuff. I'll be getting clothes. I'll be picking up. I don't care. I'm filling up this cart. Now, when you say fill up, do you mean fill up to the brim, or I can have a little mountain on that mug? Because I'll have a mountain.
Yeah.
Just can't fall out.
Yeah. No, and then I got the little part where the kids be sitting to fill up stuff too. So I walk out with games. I'm gonna have me a PS5 and an Xbox One. I'm just gonna load up. But I'll be like, can this fit? Thank you. Let me just. It's gonna be the neatest cart that's ever been stacked up, so I can make sure everything fit.
Amazing. I think that'd be a well spent. And to take it back, do you guys remember the Nick Cannon show where he would let like kids do the shopping spree and like a KB Toys? Ain't no party like a Nick party because the Nick Cannon party stop.
I remember KB Toys, but I don't remember that show.
KB Toys was lit. Then it was EB Game.
They rest in
peace. Fun fact: Nick Cannon insured his balls for $10 million. Google it. Fact.
Why would I Google that? Why?
I don't know. It came up.
Yeah.
Casual conversation.
It came up.
I'd say that's pretty damn noteworthy.
Yeah.
I wish I could just get like $10 for these things.
Yeah.
Great.
Right, he got 10 million. Just
question:
Is it per ball or is it as a whole?
Is there one ball that's worth more than the other? Like,
I don't know.
His right is worth more than his left.
Yeah.
I guess it's just
he got 50 million on the right and 10 million on the left.
Yeah.
I honestly just saw that and was like, guys, there's a whole war going on. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be a lit Live Laugh Lariat. This is gonna be even more lit Bidet Boys.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Do you have any questions for us before we let you go tonight.
I had a question. Why was I the last of the Charlotte crew to come on here? Why was I the last? Because you had Ray, you had Mike. Why was I? Did you have Ian on here? That's the question. Was
We haven't
Ian
had
on
Ian.
here?
No.
Oh,
We
before Ian. He ain't that.
we had Movie Mike on so early, and he holds the award for the worst internet connection we've ever had. Half of his episode is just him talking, but there's no picture moving. Like it's awful. Like I don't even think it's on YouTube. Like
oh, Mike. I love you, Mike. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you, Mike.
Very thankful that he took time. Like, and that was back when we were nothing. Like that was our like third or fourth interview. So, I would say that you are. We're just now getting to you because you are the best of the group, and I didn't know that if we were worthy enough for you yet.
Said it, not me. You know. So guys, I can't get mad at me. That's what he said.
Like
I didn't say.
We recently had like O'Shea Edwards, and like we're branching out, and I was like, we got O'Shea. Now I feel like we can get Yahya on here because a lot of it's re-ejection. Like you don't want to ask.
Yeah.
You don't want him to say no.
Come on. But now that I'm here, you like this guy would have said yeah. You know.
You never know.
Isn't that always how it works? It's like it's like, oh yeah, man. Why was I ever scared to ask?
Yeah, we could have been married for 30 years.
We could have been.
All you had to
let
do
that moment slip away.
You could have been an original member of the Day Boys instead of just an honorary member. Yeah. Do you want to see the intro for the Bidet Boys? It's pretty lit.
I would love to see that though.
I want you to play the last part of the commercial for him because you took it out for the actual payoff of the commercial.
I'll play that.
Like, don't play the whole thing though. Yeah. Just like the actual payoff. Dano. Let me tell you about our good friends. Our great.
I don't think I can fast forward it for some reason.
Oh.
So
you
just want to.
I mean, it's just so come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's clean our ass together and let's do it with Lux Bidets.
Yeah,
that's the tagline.
Yeah. So thank you so much. We're gonna let the Bidet Boys intro play us out. But check out the Bidet Boys. You find it the same way that you find this podcast. I'd also like to mention, moving forward on Spotify, if you're listening to this podcast, if you go to Spotify, you can watch the video on Spotify now. So you don't have to go to YouTube. Yeah. It'll like you can just be like listening to it and then like, oh, let's see what they're looking at, and then you can like pull it up and check see the. But
Yahya also has a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
he does.
Merch June 22nd. Ashe, Twitter, Big Time or X. I don't know what X.
Bringing that feng shui. Bringing that feng shui to Ashe.
Yeah.
Man, use that.
You remember the ball?
Use that. So you're bringing the feng shui to Ashe. That's what you do.
If you need it designed, let me know. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. We saved the best for last, and we will. Yeah, of course.
Save the purple crayon for daddy.
Close and hold.